Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Eagles franchise. It's the season finale and we have an injury for this first game. It's going to be Von Miller out for the game against Washington, but we're going to have Alex Soto and Dalvin McCall taking over for him. And we get Devontae Smith back. He was injured for a few games, and Travis Maynard, our right tackle. So there is two major players on offense coming back. I hope we can beat this Washington team. Now, we lost the first game of the season against them, the first divisional matchup here. And yeah, we'll see. Drew Grooms is the quarterback with his great arm, but kind of mediocre short and deep accuracies. Curtis Samuel is their top receiver. They still have J.J. Downs and De'Ami Brown. And then they drafted Christian Drew a couple years back. He is a really dangerous vertical threat. So yeah, that's kind of unsettling. And then for the defense, we all know about that defensive line. Chase Young is still there. Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne. This is a stout defensive front, but their secondary is kind of the weaker spot of that defense. So maybe if you are able to throw it quickly, get rid of the ball in a couple seconds, and let the receivers do the rest, you can maybe win this game. And that's what we did not do in the first matchup. But yeah, we're gonna see how our offense performs here. Our defense should be fine. That offensive line is kind of average, so you gotta generate the pass rush and stop this offense from happening at all. And yeah, Drew Grooms, he's kind of interception prone as well. 12 interceptions in 14 games, so that's not the greatest touchdown to interception ratio either. And on 3rd and 8 to start the opening drive, they don't get the first down, punt it away, and Matt Upshaw has the first run of the day, and there is already an injury here. This is Dallas Goedert, and he is going to leave the game and not coming back for this game at least. 3rd and 5 now, empty, and Christian Landry has the time, tries to run away from Chase Young, gets rid of it. This is Landon Davis, Dallas Goedert's replacement, and he breaks a tackle and fights ahead. What a catch and run here. Unbelievable stuff. 31 yards to Landon Davis. That was a nice play. Turns around, leaves the linebacker in the dust. I think that was even Cole Holcomb, the ex-Eagle. Then breaks a tackle and proceeds to run over a defensive back. What a play for Davis. 2nd and 7 now. Christian Landry in the red zone at the back pylon, and that's got to be a touchdown. Mitch Slaughter dragging his feet, and 6-0. That was quick. Christian Landry, perfect throw on the corner route to the back pylon, beating the safeties and the corners. And yeah, perfect toe dragging there. Slaughter with a score. Devontae Smith not involved yet, but we'll see. Now it's Antonio Gibson running it up the middle, and that's 12 yards, getting the first down up to the 30. Now they move ahead and run down the field, and now on 3rd and inches, there is nowhere to go. This is Alex Soto with a sack on Drew Grooms, and that results in a field goal as the Eagles take over after the field goal, and Devontae Smith has his first catch, and that's about 12 yards. 2nd and 6, Christian Landry gets rid of it. That's an angle route by Matt Upshaw, and that's a first down. Now 2nd and 7 coming up, trips to the right, Christian Landry, left to right, this is Devontae Smith, and that's yet another first down, and now they're inside the green zone. Christian Landry has a throw on the slant, that's Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. 3rd catch of the day for Smith, and the Eagles are taking a 14-3 lead halfway through the 2nd quarter. Now Drew Grooms has 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers to the left, and this is a screen set up on 3rd and 7. That's not going to get anywhere, and that's a nice tackle by Avonte Maddox to stop this 3rd down conversion, and that's resulting in a punt. Christian Landry gets the ball back here, and that's Devontae Smith on yet another catch, and a first down. Landry already over 100 yards. 1st and 10, they spread out the defense, only to run it with Matt Upshaw. Nobody there, and that's a 1st down. And yeah, that's about 17 yards for Upshaw. 3rd and 7, play action. It's Christian Landry throwing it to the flats, and that's Doug Washington. That's a 1st down, 13 yards. They are moving the football effectively. They are getting rid of the football in no time. Landry has some time this time, and that's a touchdown. It's Landon Davis. And they score again. It's 21-3. They are running this Washington defense over. And now 24 seconds left on the clock for Drew Grooms to try to make something happen. And there's Curtis Samuel. And he's getting the 1st down, breaking 1 tackle in the process. 1st and 10, Grooms from the pocket. It's a clean pocket. You've got to get rid of it now. Christian Drew fights ahead. And now they have only 1 timeout left from the 38 here. And they are going to take it with 6 seconds remaining. That's a 55-yard field goal try. And this one is no good. Well, that has been a disappointment for Ron Rivera. And it is 21-3 at half. This Eagles offense was prepared for this game. They are running Washington over. And we're just going to look at a couple games around the league. As first up, the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants are playing the other divisional matchup. And the Cowboys are moving on to win this game as the Giants fall behind below 500 at 7-8 after this game. And Jalen Hurts is running over the Seahawks, but both teams not having great seasons at all. Jalen Hurts is having kind of a good season, though. So that's interesting. And in the North, Green Bay and Minnesota are fighting it out. And the Vikings go on to win this game. Jason McElroy looks like a solid starting quarterback after the trade they made with the Jets. As Christian Landry has his pass dropped. It's 4th down. Justin Douglas couldn't hang on the in route. 3rd and 4 now for Grooms. He gets rid of it, and that is right at the sticks, and I don't think that was enough. No, it was not. Antonio Gibson couldn't convert, and yet again, it's Avonte Maddox. So after the punt, the Eagles get the ball back, and Kenneth Gainwell runs it up the middle, but there is another injury. Doug Washington, the second skill player today to leave the field into the locker room. He's not coming back either in this game. 2nd and 1. As Kenneth Gainwell runs it to the left side, and he has room there. That's 18 yards, and he is at 72 on the day. Both running backs are on pace for 900 rushing yards this season. 1st and 10. Clean pocket, and that's a touchdown. And yet again, it's a replacement player. It's Eli McLaughlin who is replacing Doug Washington here. So yeah, 2 plays after Washington leaves the field, they get the touchdown with his replacement. As Casey Ramsey doesn't get the 1st down, and Chris Madden stops him this time. Our cornerbacks are stepping up in run defense. And now Landry gets the ball back, and there is Devontae Smith downfield. He is racing 10-5 touchdown, 63 yards all the way. And the Eagles are pulling ahead by 4 scores, or yeah, that's 4 scores. There is no coming back from that at the end of the 3rd quarter, and there is a 1st down conversion by Dyami Brown. 1st and 10 now at the edge of field goal range, and they get it away. This is Christian Drew, and he gets taken down at the 5, down to the 3 here. Christian Drew running away from the defense with his 89 speed. He's a dangerous tight end. 2nd and goal. It's Grooms, and there is no getting away from Fletcher Cox here. And that's a sack. 3rd and goal from the 19 coming up. And they are actually 4th and goal now. They're going for it. And there is a coverage bust, but Dyami Brown couldn't get his feet in bounds. So that's a turnover on downs. Still 35-3. And now you could think about putting the backups in, but Christian Landry still running outside, and that's caught by Devontae Smith. What a play, 18 yards. And Landry still converting first down after first down. Smith now at 127 on the day. Christian Landry has a clean pocket, but this one gets actually not intercepted, but impacted by pressure. So that was falling shorter than it would have been if he had a clean release of the football there at the throw. But yeah, they punted away, and Antonio Gibson gets a first down, and there is yet another injury. Rivera is leaving the stadium into the locker room. Wow, that's not good news. Drew Grooms, 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and he is going down again, and there is Dalvin McCall. And wow, what a pass rush it has been today. They are not moving the football at all. 4th and 10. Drew Grooms, pressure coming in off his back foot. Down the field, it's Curtis Samuel, and he is broken up by Dante Jackson, the two ex-Panthers here. And yeah, Alonzo McFadden leaves the field, but at least he's at the sidelines. Probably not going to come back, though. And Kenneth Gainwell, first down into the touchdown into the end zone here. That's a nice run, a clean lane up the middle, inside zone. And yeah, this game is so over. Drew Grooms gives it another shot, though, so they'll try something. No, he does not, because he's getting sacked. This is Josh Sweat in the backfield. He is in for Jonathan Rivera, and that ends the game effectively, but that was a dominant showing. This offense was ready to take on the Washington football team here and their strong defensive line. They abused their weaknesses, which is, yeah, actually the second and third levels of the defense, and got rid of the football quickly so that Landry doesn't get sacked that much. And Landry actually has 5 touchdowns and no picks, 61% completion percentage. And Kenneth Gainwell got to exactly 100 yards on the day. Matt Upshaw got 64. And yeah, Antonio Gibson, they were running the football effectively, but they had to give it up too fast because they weren't moving the football. And then Devontae Smith, 127 and 2 scores in his comeback from injury. Christian Drew, Antonio Gibson, Landon Davis. There were a few players breaking out here. But overall, the Eagles were able to pass the ball around a lot. A lot of players got involved here. And yeah, for defense, we have a lot of tackles by the ex-Eagle Cole Holcomb, and for actually that's kicking. No, for the tackles for lost Josh Sweat and Fletcher Cox were in the backfield a lot. They had 1.5 sacks and 1 sack. Alex Soto got a sack and a half sack for Dalvin McCall. So yeah, that's 4 sacks on the day, and Grooms couldn't get away at all. No picks by both teams, and Levante David with 1 forced fumble that, didn't amount to anything because it was recovered by Washington. Dallas Goedert is going to be out for 2 more games after this one. So, yeah, he's going to miss the last 2 games of the season. And now we have Von Miller back from injury. So, yeah, but we have yet another injury. Along the defensive line is Jonathan Rivera, who was injured in the last game, and then he would have been healthy for this game, but now he has a high ankle sprain, so he's not going to be playing. And this is going to be the game for the division, and probably also for the number 1 seed. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. This is a tandem that has been in Dallas for a long time, and they know how to get wins. And they have still Amari Cooper at 30 years old, an elite receiver in this league, great route runner, and very sustainable hands. They have CeeDee Lamb. He's 25 now. He got a big contract. One of the top receivers in the league as well. His hands are unbeatable. And their third receiver is Casey Madden. And he has that great speed, some great short route running, and his catching ratings are more than fine. And then for the defense, they don't have the best defense, but they have a couple game records in the middle. Leighton Vander Esch with great athleticism, and tackling abilities, also coverage. And then Micah Parsons, the fourth-year linebacker slash edge rusher that has unbelievable skills against the run and the pass. And yeah, then for the secondary, they have one great corner here in Trayvon Diggs. He still has that great turnover potential with 81 catching. They have Zay Bowen at strong safety, but overall their defensive line is really weak. And the secondary outside of these two players is kind of average. I guess Juan Thornhill is a good free safety to have next to Bowen, but overall this defense isn't as much of a threat. And if you can abuse that weak defensive line, then you're probably going to be gold against this defense. But this offense is really dangerous, the Cowboys offense. They'll have a great offensive line, even though they got a couple guys retired. This is still one of the best lines in the league. And our defense is going to have their hands full, I guess. Christian Landry can close in on 50 touchdowns today, and they start off the game with Devontae Smith, and he is down the sideline, and that is 44 yards already. 34 actually, I'm sorry. First and 10, Matt Upshaw on the outside zone give, and he jukes out one defender, runs it down the sideline to the 10, and that's out of bounds at the 9. That's 18 yards on the outside zone give. And now second and goal. This is a handoff to Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown Eagles. 3-yard one to cap it off and score quickly. They really started to abusing that defensive line in that drive with the running, and yeah, one deep shot because yeah, the second corner is just not that great, and Devontae Smith got a clean release off the line and got behind him. And yeah, first and 10, nowhere to go for Ezekiel Elliott. It's Fletcher Cox and Alonzo McFadden teaming up there. That's a great play. And now third and 8. They made it tough on themselves. And that's Dak Prescott running outside and does not get rid of it. The zone blitz got home. It's Jalen Gilmore. Out of dime personnel, they ran a zone blitz. Second and 7. And there is Mitch Slaughter down the sideline, breaking a tackle. That's a touchdown. 40-yard score. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. They got down the field in no time. This defensive line is kind of overwhelmed here. The run-pass option. Mitch Slaughter beats his corner off the line. That was actually Trayvon Diggs, and then shoves off the safety, Juan Thornhill. First and 10 now for Prescott, and now they gotta start scoring here as Zeke is laid out by Grant Delpit, but it's a 17-yard connection and a first down. Third and 6 coming up now though, so yeah, empty backfield. And Prescott gets rid of it one-on-one downfield. And this is the Madden versus Madden duel. And Chris comes out on top and knocks it away. And they have to punt it away as Landry is chased down by Micah Parsons. And that's a sack for the Cowboys defense. That was, yeah. He was unblocked actually by Travis Maynard. Did not get around to him, and that's the dangerous speed of Micah Parsons. They punted away, and Landry ends in a tough spot here on 3rd and 13 and converts it to Landon Davis, who is still in here for Dallas Goedert. What a pickup here at the end of preseason. He was just sitting there on the free market. 23-year-old tight end with good speed and catching ratings. But yeah, on third down here, they can't convert, and that's going to be a field goal for the Eagles. And Prescott hands it off to Ezekiel Elliott, and that's, yeah, going backward again. Lavonte David in the backfield. Second and 12, Dak Prescott gets it away. That's Casey Madden, and he gets laid out here by Delpit. Wow, they are absorbing the hits, but they are moving the ball here at least 22 yards. And now it's a handoff to Zeke, and he is drilled in the backfield. It's another TFL, Mike Middleton. flying over the field here today. 2nd and 11. And Zeke is going backwards again. What is happening, man? That was Von Miller. And they lost their tight end and the drive, so they punted back. And Landry is just going to turn upfield. There's a lot of green grass. Gets shoved out of bounds with a probably 20-yard run. And an injury for Cam Robinson. So, yeah, but they, on 3rd and 10, it's broken up for Landon Davis. So that's a 4th down, and they punt it away to the Cowboys, who are moving down the field here. Finally converting a couple first downs, and now Prescott throws it to the end zone, and this one is broken up as well. It's Madden versus Madden, and Chris is getting out on top again. 3rd and 11. Dak over the middle, caught. Amari Cooper, is it going to be enough? Yes. This is a 1st down. And now at the goal line, Ezekiel Elliott, nowhere to go on 3rd and goal. It's Von Miller and Deacon Chancellor, and they settle for the field goal. Christian Landry over the middle, and this is Justin Douglas on 3rd and 8. He converts. That's 18 yards and a 1st down. Now close to midfield. We're inside the 2-minute warning. And now they're bringing pressure, and Landry gets it away. This is Slaughter, and he's got a 1st down at the 15. And now they are actually not taking a timeout. They're going to let this clock run, and Landry, play action fake over the middle. Touchdown, Doug Washington. Not injured severely in the last game. Coming back in this one, and he scores a touchdown, and that's going to, end the half. And of course, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. This is not close at all. This is not what I expected. I expected this to be an offensive slaughter fest here with the Dallas Cowboys offense, but they are not able to move the football as effectively. And yeah, this time it's the Panthers beating the Giants, so they are now out of playoff contention. Joe Frazier had 2 picks in this game that probably cost him the game. The Panthers are moving toward a divisional win here, while the Falcons are winning again, this time against the Packers, but that's not going to be enough. And Washington is playing at the Ravens, but it actually doesn't matter at all anymore. Washington is one of the bottom 5 teams in the league this year with that kind of record, and Drew Grooms did not have a great day here with 9 of 21 for 113 and a reception. That's not great. And now Casey Madden on 3rd and 9, and he is stopped shy to start off this drive, this 3rd quarter, and they have to punt it away. Still a 3-touchdown game, and Landry, that's almost intercepted, intended for Landon Davis. Didn't see the linebacker over the middle. So they punt it away again, and Dak Prescott now has a chance. He steps it up and slides safely. Why didn't you go for it? That's a 4th down. They punt it away, and the Eagles move the football. That's Landon Davis bulldozing a defensive back, getting 8 yards in the process. And now from the 4, 2nd and goal, Matt Upshaw, wide open, rushing lane, touchdown, Eagles. And now this game has, it's kind of over. 31-3, you're probably not going to come back from this one. And they spread out the defense here. A 2-by-2 set, and Dak Prescott has double slants from the left side. And that is actually a catch by Dalton Schultz coming back from injury. And he's got a 1st down. And that was kind of a missed coverage call here by Delpit. And now this is Amari Cooper down to the 1 and upended by Dante Jackson. But it's a 25-yard catch and run. And now from the goal line, Ezekiel Elliott. No, it's a play action fake, and they were not ready. That is Charlie Warner, and that's a touchdown. Finally, the Cowboys are doing something. 21-point game, though. And Landry has a clean pocket for now. Gets rid of it, and it's almost intercepted by Thornhill. So they punt it away, and the Cowboys get the ball back. And Dak Prescott gets sacked again. This is Alonzo McFadden. Yet another sack for his portfolio in his rookie campaign here. Double slants from the left for Dak, and that is incomplete. It's Chris Madden knocking it down. 4th and 13 to start the 4th quarter. And that is incomplete again. It's Chris Madden with the coverage. He is being locked down this season. 3rd and 9 now for Landry after the turnover on downs. And Landry does not get rid of it. Gets rid of it, but it's knocked down by Thornhill. That's going to add a field goal. And it's a 24-point contest again. Amari Cooper running it after the catch here. 21 yards to him. And now you got to move quickly. If you want to still have a chance in this game, you got to move quickly. And Dak is getting sacked again on 3rd down. It's Fletcher Cox. And this receiving core cannot get open at all. 4th and 15, you got to go for it here. They go with the zone blitz. And downfield, one-on-one, Chris Madden knocks it away again. And this game ball goes to him. Man, what an unbelievable performance by Chris Madden. As Landry is sacked by Micah Parsons again on 3rd down. And they gotta settle for yet another field goal. 2nd and 1 now after they move down the field. Get a touchdown, but it doesn't matter anymore. So, yeah, Amari Cooper with the score. But it's 20-point contest at this point, and the game is over. This Cowboys team did not come to play. Their defense was kind of awful. The offense that was held in check. This was kind of unbelievable because they have 2 of the top 10 receivers in the league, and Dante Jackson and especially Chris Madden shut them down. That was an unbelievable performance, start to finish, for this secondary. Prescott, he did what he could, but there was no winning this game with the performance by Chris Madden and that secondary, that Eagles defensive backfield. For the running game, Matt Upshaw 63, Kenneth Gainwell had 59. Both, solid running. Nothing special, nothing out of the ordinary, but they were moving the football. And it was kind of a game where the Eagles just dinked and dunked their way down the field. It was not like all these huge plays. So, yeah, that's why I didn't show a lot of the drives. It was just a lot of running and 4-yard gains and stuff like that, 7-yard throws. But it was effective. So, yeah, the Eagles win this game as Casey Madden was, kind of shut down as well. He had 5 catches, but it was all underneath stuff and mostly in the second half where it didn't matter at all. And they just ran a lot of cover 3 and try to keep the Cowboys out of the end zone. And, yeah, Micah Parsons, 2 sacks. That was kind of a good performance. Jalen Gilmore on the zone blitz there, and Fletcher Cox and Alonzo McFadden, the interior pressure got there. And so this is the point where the Eagles secured the number 1 spot in the NFC, the 1 seed, and they can stop this as we get Rivera back for the last game, but he's not going to play. This is going to be the point where we're going to put in backups, and one of them is Keith Farrell, who I want to extend because he's a solid backup who's only 23 years old. There's a lot of growth there. Still possible if we have to let one of the starting offensive linemen go. And yeah, we're going to play the Rams for this last game. Stevie Hayes in his rookie campaign, he looks solid. He has good accuracies, but the team overall is not that great. They are also one of the bottom 10 teams in the league. And they still have Cam Akers, who's kind of a dangerous running back with deceptive athleticism. They still have Cooper Kupp, and yeah, he still is has one of the best hands in the league, but he is getting up there in age, so he's lost a little bit of his deep speed. Percy Charlton is the number 2 guy. They drafted him a couple years back, and he looks solid. His route runnings are kind of below average, but his hands are fine. And they drafted also Alex Steele, who is one of the up-and-coming tight ends in the league, I'd say, with great athleticism and good catching ratings. They also drafted Matthew Ferguson, their left tackle, a couple of years back, and he has developed into a solid starter in this league. That's kind of awesome to see. But their defensive line, it's not what it once was, but they still have Aaron Donald and he still is one of the best players in the league, obviously. They drafted 1 year ago, or now it's actually close to 2 years ago, Greg Minor, a nice middle linebacker find in like the, I don't know, 4th round or something. So yeah, they got a great middle linebacker. And then Jalen Ramsey is still there. He's still one of the best cornerbacks in the league with great press abilities, and if his morale wasn't down the drain, he would have, great 99 zone coverage and 98 man. But his morale is not that high, so he's not all that motivated. And yeah, the way to beat this defense is obviously running the football away from Aaron Donald, because the rest of the defensive line is kind of awful. And their linebacking core, I mean, Greg Minor is a nice find, but he's still young and he has to learn a lot. So that defensive line is not all that great. That front seven, actually. And this is a chance for Howie Flanagan, who is going to hand it off to Chuba Hubbard. And that's a 9-yard gain to start this opening possession. And a first down here. Chuba is getting the handoff this time again. Runs it up the middle, and there is wide open green grass, a lot of it. They run it and run it again. 11 personnel, Hubbard's the back, he gets the football again, runs it up the left side, and that's another first down, 12 yards. They can't stop him, 5 rushes, 50 yards. They haven't thrown it once on this possession. 2nd and 9, motion. Flanagan back to throw for the first time here, and that's Dakota Howell. Another find I signed after the preseason, who was just sitting there at the open market, and he gets 16 on this catch and run. 2nd and goal, motion for Landon Davis, handoff to Chuba Hubbard into the end zone, touchdown Eagles. And that's a score, 7-0. And Chuba Hubbard just ran this defense over. Actually, the offensive line, and that's even 3 backups in the game, man. There's 3 backups along the offensive line alone, and then Chuba is a backup, and you got 3 backup receivers. So that's kind of fun. 1st and 10, Stevie Hayes on the blitz, and that's Coco Washington with the sack. It's a zone blitz here. 2nd and 10, 2 tight ends to the left, motion for Cooper Kupp. It's a throw. No, it's not, and Hayes is going down. It's Tyler Stokes and Milton Williams combining on the sack. A lot of backups. One of the stars I left in was Alonzo McFadden, by the way, and what a coverage by Kevin Bonds here. They have to punt it away. Great field position. Chuba Hubbard up the left side of the line. That's 14 yards behind the backups. And he's at 80 yards already, and we're not even done with the first quarter. And now punch it in. 3rd and goal. Chuba Hubbard. That's a sweep toss play to the outside. Touchdown Eagles. And they are running away with the game. If the Rams don't get it done here, they have a problem. 11 personnel. Alex Steele is the tight end. Stevie Hayes up the middle, and he misses Percy Charlton. That's going to be a punt. Johnny Hecker back to boot it away. That's Matt Upshaw. And he just for some reason threw it back because he didn't want it. And yeah, that's recovered by the Rams. So yeah, they run it back. Tackled at the 1. Are they going to hand it off? No, they are not. Stevie Hayes going down. That's a sack for Milton Williams. He's at 1.5 already. One of the stars I let in was Alonzo McFadden in the search for his Defensive Rookie of the Year campaign, as the Rams punch it in here with Cam Akers. Still were able to get it in there. And maybe they can turn this game around here. Now it's Howie Flanagan back deep to pass again, and Flanagan is going down. It's Lorenzo Carter, and that's a sack for, yeah, basically resulting in a punt 1 play later. 1st and 10, and they throw it short to Cooper Kupp, who spins away from 1 defender, and that's a first down, and then some 25 yards, and that's dangerous. Cooper Kupp is a playmaker. 25 yards. three tight ends to actually two tight ends to the left, plus Cooper Kupp, as Stevie Hayes is going to break a tackle by Deacon Chancellor, runs it up the left side and slides safely, and that's 28 yards, call it. And Hayes has a nice run here. 1st and 10, that's Alex Steele down the right side. That's 10 yards and close to a first down. They convert. 1st and goal a couple plays later. And Stevie Hayes into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. It's Percy Charlton. And they have a tied game at 14 pending the extra point here. And now handoff to Chuba Hubbard. Back to running the football again after passing didn't work out all that well. That's 11 yards. Chuba Hubbard is across 100 on the day. 2 scores already, 20 carries. 2nd and 4. They're going to throw it again. Flanagan to Chuba Hubbard. And he converts. That's 12 yards. First down. 3rd and 9. Flanagan back deep. He gets it away, and that's Justin Douglas. 17 yards. Pitch and catch. 1st and goal now from the 2. A couple plays later, and that is wide open. And Chuba Hubbard slides into the end zone. Touchdown Eagles. They take the lead again. 21-14. 1 minute to go in this half. Stevie Hayes has an empty backfield, and he steps it up. And why did he throw that? You could have ran it probably all the way, as it's still a catch at the sidelines. Injury by Milton Williams, though, just sitting at the sideline now, as Cooper Kupp gets a pitch and catch, and that's about 20 yards from midfield here. 1st and 10, 11 personnel. This is Stevie Hayes, and he's going down. And that's Alonzo McFadden trying to seal the deal on the Defensive Rookie of the Year thing. 2nd and 20 now. They're just going to boot it away. 4 seconds on the clock, and that's not gonna be enough. It's pulled wide left, and we're at halftime. So, yeah, it's kind of a close game, but if it wasn't for that fumble on the return by Matt Upshaw, there would not be a close game at all now, I guess. We look at another game, and actually the football team manages to lose this one again. So yeah, Cardinals are moving to the postseason as well, and Washington now has a top 5 pick. In this game, the 49ers are moving on to the playoffs. And Trey Lance is doing a good job of it, as he is throwing here almost perfectly. Only one incompletion at halftime. And then Dallas at the Giants. And wow, it didn't matter for the Giants because, wow, they were out of the playoffs. But they just beat the Cowboys badly. 37 points, just like the Eagles did. And now on 3rd and 9, they can't get it over the line. It's 4th down, and they're probably gonna punt it away again. 3rd and 8 now for Flanagan, and you need to convert here, and that's incomplete as well. So they punt it away, and great punt, by the way, as Stevie Hayes throws from his own end zone. Jalen Gilmore against Percy Charlton, and Gilmore swats it away, and that's 3rd and 7 now. And this is a catch made by Charlton. This time Charlton gets the upper hand. Gilmore, young cornerback, still has something to learn, but he looks great as well. Now they're going to hand it off to Akers, and he gets close, but it's 4th down. Why did they hand it off on 3rd and 7 or something? 2nd and 8 after the punt for Flanagan, and this is Chuba Hubbard wide open again with the dead leg, but it didn't work on the defensive back, and that's okay. It's still a 1st down, and a lot of time to run the clock out. Flanagan on the post. That's a perfect dime to Justin Douglas, who hangs on. Unbelievable stuff there. And now goal line personnel from the 1, and they toss it out to Chuba. Touchdown Eagles, and he has a hat trick. Wow, Chuba Hubbard is kind of unbelievable right now. 3rd and 4 for Stevie Hayes, and that's knocked down by Jalen Gilmore again. 1st and 10. They're gonna hand it off after the punt, and Chuba runs it to the outside, and he has a 1st down, 11 yards, and he crosses 200 rushing yards on the day. They've been running it all game long. 3rd and 2. Chuba to the left side, and there is no getting there. That is actually going to be a 4th down. And the Eagles are getting a field goal here. 34-14 now. It's a 3-score game, and that would have been a deep touchdown probably. Percy Charlton overthrown badly by Hayes. 3rd and 8. Flanagan to his left side. Gets it away. What a throw and catch. It's called a 1st down to Bobby Saunders. And wow. What a throw. But the Rams are going to challenge this one. And yeah, it looked really close. And we're going to look at this one. Actually, someone from the bench in the way. And that one, it looks like he's out of bounds. So yeah, they are going to overturn this one. And Stevie Hayes is coming back. Gotta get more comfortable in this game here. But it's over already because they ran down the clock so much that, yeah, this is not going to matter. And Cooper Kupp has this one knocked away. Kevin Bonds also playing great. 4th down and 4. Stevie Hayes. And this one is intercepted. It's Coco Washington. And he ends the game on an interception. He started the game on a sack by a zone blitz here designed. And he ends the game on a picture perfect interception intended for Tutu Atwell. And yeah, backups look great as well. Didn't expect a win here, but yeah, Howie Flanagan, he looked pretty solid in this game. Actually, Chuba Hubbard looked really solid in this game. More than 200 rushing yards. They're just gonna run out this clock here. They ran it away from Aaron Donald all day long, and it worked. As, yeah, Stevie Hayes did everything he could, I guess, but, yeah, he also threw a bad pick there in the 4th quarter. That was, pretty awful. Chuba Hubbard, 228 and 4 touchdowns on 47 attempts. Wow, they ran this ball effectively. And actually, Stevie Hayes was the leading rusher because Cam Akers had 26 rushes, 26 rushing yards on 10 attempts. That was pretty awful. The defensive line showed up. They can, that's safe to say. And yeah, Justin Douglas had a few nice catches, but we didn't throw it much overall. And yeah, for the defense, this defense looked pretty awesome. As Coco Washington was in the backfield and covering plays pretty well. Milton Williams and Alonzo McFadden got it done today. And even Coco Washington with that zone blitz. Tyler Stokes also on a zone blitz got in there. And then, yeah, we have the 1 pick by Coco Washington. That was pretty awesome. Now we're going to go through some upgrades. And that's kind of a weak one for Maynard. But I wanted to show his progress. He is kind of stuck at 72 run block and 72 pass block, minus the morale boost here. So that's kind of not great. But we're working on it. It's his 1st season starting. Milton Williams, he has a fine upgrade. That's kind of average. And I want to re-sign him probably because he looks kind of like a pretty awesome backup defensive tackle. And especially Fletcher Cox could retire any year now. And yeah, Chuba Hubbard won Player of the Week, obviously, with that kind of stat line. 228 and 4 scores. And we're actually going to re-sign Landon Dickerson as well. He played fine in this game. And he only asked for a 1-year deal. So I'm going to give it to him. This is the end of his rookie deal. And he's a good backup. DeAndre Lucas is also a fine backup. I liked him. He was in the place of Travis Maynard, and he didn't play that bad either. So yeah, he's gonna get a offer as well. So we re-signed 3 backup offensive linemen, and that's kind of awesome. So yeah, we have the final playoff picture, and the Eagles have the 1 seed, the Cowboys have the 5 seed, the Panthers make it the 2 seed, and yeah. We're gonna go through this playoff picture after the wildcard round, as Dallas Goedert is going to be healthy for the playoffs again. We're going to go through a couple more upgrades because it's just, yeah, it's a fun way to see who got better over the year. And Cameron Robinson is developing into one of the best guards in the league, I'd say. And he gets a strength upgrade here even. So, yeah, he looks really solid. Although that pass block rating could get a little better, I guess. Deacon Chancellor is developing nicely. He's now an 80 overall, and he gets a little bit of everything, a little bit of play rec and coverages and tackling. And yeah, his rookie season turned out to be kind of average, but he didn't play all that much because we still had Levante David, who is now still the better player. But Justin Douglas got faster and some route running as well. So this is kind of an awesome upgrade. He already had 92 speed, and now he has 93 speed at 6'5". Are you kidding me? Doesn't have a chance at Rookie of the Year because of all the quarterbacks, but he developed nicely. Dalvin McCall gets an upgrade. We're going to go into his strength, speed rushing, and he gets just +1 finesse moves, but overall it's a really solid upgrade. And I think that he one day might be able to take over for Von Miller if we don't re-sign him. The 81 finesse moves is kind of okay for now, but he looks good for his rookie year. Alonzo McFadden having a great rookie season, and now he's getting even more power moves and finesse moves as well. So yeah, he's been developing nicely, and I think he might be able to take over that spot from Fletcher Cox being the #1 interior rusher. Looks nice. Doug Washington. This is after year 2 now, or year 1, I'm not sure, but he has not had the greatest season, but he's developing nicely. His route runnings could get a little better, I guess. And then Chris Haas, the right guard, who is developing into a really solid guard as well, and there's a lot of ratings upgraded here. I like the pass block upgrade, and he's just so well built, well rounded. He has no weaknesses, I'd say. And that's just after his rookie year. After his rookie year, he's a better pass protector, I guess, than Travis Maynard. So Maynard is kind of the weak spot right now. But yeah, playoff picture. The Carolina Panthers come back in the second half, down 2 scores, and win this game. Max Gordon, the rookie quarterback, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. And Christian McCaffrey still there, still going strong, 124 and a score. And yeah, didn't even matter that the 49ers had 3 great receiving performances here. We're able to move the football, and it was enough. And for sacks, Brian Burns and Derek Brown, that's kind of yeah, kind of to be expected. And actually, David Manning had an interception that's kind of hilarious. But yeah, they didn't have any fumbles here. Moving on, the 3-seed Cardinals are out. They are they were beaten by the Buccaneers. So another NFC South team moving on, as the Buccaneers are, yeah, having a great season with Jared Goff of all people. 4 touchdowns, no picks. Murray, yeah, was kind of a not so great game with no touchdowns. But yeah, the Buccaneers were able to move the football effectively. Christian Kirk having a great performance, 10 catches, 116, a touchdown. And for defense, nothing special, I guess. A couple of sacks here and there. Actually, there were a lot of sacks here and there. But yeah, 2 other Rookie of the Year candidates here in Newell and Hartwell, both having 1.5 sacks. And Von Wimbley has a sack. Wow, this is a lot of sacks, actually. But yeah, no interceptions in this game or forced fumbles. So yeah, we're moving on. And the Cowboys beat the Vikings. So 2 NFC East and 2 NFC South teams moving on to the next round, and this was an ugly game for Jason McElroy. 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Prescott, the other way around. And yeah, Dalvin Cook, 16 attempts, 111 and 2 scores. That's 6.9 average. That was awesome. And also Justin Jefferson, 10 catches, 123, no touchdowns though. But the touchdowns were going somewhere else, so that's fine. Oh, actually, they were not going anywhere because the Vikings didn't have any touchdowns or passing touchdowns, I guess. Micah Parsons and Zay Bowen and Isaac Yadam got the interceptions. Wow. Unbelievable performance by the Cowboys. 35 points put on the board. And now this is going to be an interesting, dynamic here. The 1 seed Eagles and the 6 seed Buccaneers, the 2 seed Panthers, and the 5 seed Cowboys are going to move on in the next, are going to play each other in the next round. And we're going to see how that's going to go. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Eagles franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.